Hi, and welcome back to The Anchored Mind. I am your host, Erica. We are here building a sanctuary in the middle of this chaotic time. Today, we are going to tackle a massive question that I know a lot of people are losing sleep over it. Literally, it is the tight rope walk of our generation. How do we stay politically engaged, informed, and active without destroying our inner peace and without burning out our nervous system? How do we do that? Well, let's bust a myth right out the gate. There is a toxic narrative out there that says if you care about the world, you must consume the news 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And it tells you that if you pull back to breathe, you're checked out or you're indifferent. I used to think that myself until it started affecting my nervous system. I want to offer you a radical reframe today because exhaustion is not an activist strategy and burnout is not a badge of honor. When we chronically are in that hyper aroused, living on that steady diet of cortisol and rage, we aren't actually effective. We become reactive, we're easily triggered and emotionally hijacked. To build a better world, we need a well-regulated nervous system because a settled and anchored body is an act of resistance. So if you've been feeling guilty for wanting to turn off the news, drop the guilt out the door today because we're building your blueprint with sustainable engagement. If your mental health has taken a massive hit over the last year, you're not alone, you're not imagining it. And recent data from the American Psychological Association shows that roughly 4 in 10 adults report that policies cause them a significant monthly stress, leading to shortened tempers, fractured relationships, compulsive thoughts. In fact, about 17% of adults report losing sleep directly because of political stress. Why is this happening? Well, modern political media is intentionally designed to trigger your sympathetic nervous system. And that's your fight or flight responses. The headlines use fear, tribalism, and urgency to grab your attention because fear is a highly monetizable emotion. Keep that in mind. When you scroll through your feed, your brain reads the doom scroll headlines as the same way as if it's reading a physical predator closing on your home or something. Your body enters a state of hypervigilance. And it's always looking for the next threat after threat. It's what your brain will keep looking for. Over time, this leads to what neuroscientists call the learned helplessness. When you are exposed to constant overwhelming stress that you cannot instantly fix, your brain starts to shut down. You start to experience deep fatigue and lack of motivation, a heavy sense of despair. Does that sound familiar to you? I felt that sense of despair for a while. If it doesn't, hear this. Your body is just tired of being haunted by data. You're being broken down. Your system is simply asking you to create boundaries. How do we fix this? We don't stick our heads in the sand. We shift from passive consumption to intentional engagement. I'm gonna give you 3 actionable boundaries that I personally use that you can start using yourself today to protect your energetic blueprint. Number 1, transition from flow to container. What does that mean, Erica? Well, most of us consume political news in a constant flow. And when we have notifications turned on, we check our phones the first thing in the morning before we even get out of bed. That is like bleeding our energy all day when we start early in the morning. So instead, I want you to build a news container. What you're going to do is that you're going to pick a specific 30-minute block in the afternoon just to get caught up. Read everything, read the updates, feel the feels, and then close the container. No political content before your morning coffee, and absolutely no political content 2 hours before you fall asleep. That's so you can give your brain a chance to start and end the day in the safety mode. Number 2, clean up your digital diet. So pay attention to how you consume information. Data shows that active engagement on social media, the arguing in the comment sections, the endless retweets or the outrageous statements creates an absolute highest level of political stress. If a certain platform or creator leaves you feeling sick to your stomach or anxious or like it hits heavy, mute them, unfollow them. Seek out objective, high quality reporting rather than sensationalized commentary. You have the right to curate what enters your energetic field. Number 3, that is shifting from micro worry into micro action. Let's go. So when we obsess over massive national level issues that we cannot single-handedly solve in a Tuesday afternoon, we feel powerless. Powerlessness is traumatic to the nervous system. To counter this, bring your energy back to your local radius. That is massive. Donate to a local mutual aid fund. Write a letter to your local representative, or support a small business in your area, on your neighborhood. Action is the antidote to despair, but it must be action within your actual zone of influence. Try those 3 boundaries. They have helped me a lot, and I hope they help you as well. Now let's do some live maintenance for your body. If you've read a stressful piece of news today, that survival energy is likely trapped in your muscles, and we're going to talk it out, or we're going to move it out. If you are in a safe place to do so, you can stand up, and if you're sitting, that's completely fine too. But here's one exercise that helps. When an animal escapes a predator in the wild, the very first thing that it does is literally shake. They shake their entire bodies. That's to discharge the adrenaline and tell the nervous system the threat has passed. We can soften now. We're okay. Nobody's coming to eat us. We're going to do the same thing, okay? That might sound crazy, but it works. Start by gently shaking your right hand. Let it loose your wrists, like shake. Now the left hand, move it into your elbows. Drop it to your shoulders. Bounce it up and down if you're standing up, like bounce on the floor. As you shake, imagine little slewing off of heavy static energy of every headline, of every argument, every worry that you've absorbed today. As you shake, just imagine everything falling off of you. When you slow down, you start to slow down, shake until you stop. You will literally feel your body like so light. You're done. Place one hand over your heart, one on your belly. Take a deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale, I want you to make a loud, low, audible humming sound like feel that physical vibration into your chest and your throat. That vibration stimulates your vagus nerve. And that is the super highway of your parasympathetic system. It is physically instructing your heart rate to drop and your brain to stand down. Those techniques really work for your energetic blueprint. So look at what we just did in less than 2 minutes without changing a single thing about the political world outside. We completely changed the climate inside our own bodies. And that is your power. There's no algorithm that can take that away from you unless you let it. So carry this blueprint with you this week. Contain your news, guard your digital space, and shake it off. Take the tension off your body. I'll give you this affirmation that I've been using. It said, my peace is not a betrayal of my values. My peace is the fuel that allows me to keep standing for what matters. I want to thank you for holding space with me today. You are doing beautifully. Just remember that taking care of your vessel is doing work. Next week, I want to talk about the social nervous system. I'll be back talking about how to navigate the tense, polarized political conversations with family, friends, without losing our temper. Most important, without losing our minds. Until then, protect your energy, keep breathing, and stay anchored. Bye.